No matter where you are, help and support is just a phone call away. Dial 1097 HIV/AIDS National Helpline toll-free number.
Umintri rangba ke jylla Konrad Kongkal sangma ulo ong ba Watla ka sorkar kelarai ban pentamai ya ke karkhana penmi daubilat ka maumlo Shara Cement Limited ne MCCL da ka bai Treikam no bat ki company Shimet de ka joint venture hende ka sorkar kan kham bon ke jing pulut bat ka bha ha ka ba ka company kanumla ban kan kam trai ne lemon ya ka te ka karkhana mendagasi wemele ka Congress na umroi ba George B Lindo la bo ya ka jingli halo ka jingtmu jong ka sorkar ban IT ban penyai no ya ka MCCL shaki company Shimet bat ka daw ka pelong ya ka sorkar ban chim ya ka te ka rai uba George la pan paru ya ka jing ngau shifting jong gi Shillong la da ai penyai ya ka te ka karkhana pemi daubilat shaki company namar kala ban penim tang sipor bat kanti na phangru ya ki mausun na ka than ka bala ban wanra ya ka jing julor jong ka mariang haba juba bi jingli mentri rangba ola pentep ba hado menta empat thau ki kendon halo kate ki jingtmu ban IT ya ka MCCL padula ongru nagamta ki jingshim wa ya ka kendo ne parmau hapru ban don ki jingtep jong ki Shillong ba kentop ya ka darbar Shillong jong ka maumlo par ki himasora ola pentikna ru ba ka sorkar kan kmi nya banum don ka jingpendonong ya ka than khamtam ka banum kta ya ka mariang Hako begaliang Konrad ulai itu bahagi karas nem ke beladep ka sorkar ke ladep bahkan pelut laispa lai kelur tingka nakam ta ke MCCL Henry ke klam seiso satya ke bela pelong menta ya ka sorkar ban late do daga joint venture hakaba anhap ban pelut kumba sispa kandai pau kelur tingka nakam ta ban penke imbiang ya ke MCCL Ula pentepru ba ka MCCL kala ha banya ha ki jing donong ka belong na do sem arajar nyo arajar pra pat hado arajar khat pra khat khandai ka jing donong ka MCCL kala keu cha ka arspa laipu sau klor Watla ka sorkar kala ai ka jing kersan ya ka te ka karkhana hanai kamla ba kan ki kli satya pat klemla shu sunan ban penmi ya ka dobilat ha ulaber arajar arpau
Reply to Star Question 67A. So the state government is considering inducting a joint venture partner in MCCL. B. So the reasons are as follows. 1. MCCL has been making continued losses since 2007-2008. And as of 2018-19, the cumulative losses stood at about 234 crores. 2. Despite the support provided by the state government to MCCL from 2007-2008 to 2018-2019, the company has not been able to become a profitable and self-reliant entity. 3. MCCL has ceased production since March 2020. 4. As of 30th September 2020, MCCL owes 60.75 crores as overdue liabilities to government departments, suppliers and contractors and employees. 5. In view thereof, it will not be possible for government to provide the necessary funds to revive MCCL. C. So the timelines are yet to be finalized.
Honorable Speaker, sir, from the replies to start question 67, it seems that the government has made up its mind to move for a joint venture partner in MCCL. Sir, the Honorable CM had already informed the House that a professional agency was also engaged to study the workings of the MCCL. And as per the study, it had recommended a fresh infusion of 190.32 crores to revive the MCCL. However, the state government, seeing the cumulative losses and the investment, they have decided to go for a joint venture with giving maximum stake to the joint venture partner. Will the joint venture be particularly for the cement plant, sir, or will the joint venture will also be including the handing over of the limestone captive mines to the joint venture partners?
So the terms and conditions of the joint venture are not finalized yet. So therefore, as the Honourable Member has mentioned, that there are two parts. One is the assets and the factory itself, And obviously, second is the land and the lease. Now, sir, the lease agreements are in three different sections. So one is with the Sora CM ship, one is the Dorbar of the two, Sora CM ship and the Maulu, sir. So therefore, the agreements have, for one is going to expire soon, and for one it is already expired. So those terms and conditions will have to be negotiated with the landowners and take everybody into confidence before we can take a step forward. So therefore, those terms and conditions are not yet final, sir.
Sir, as the Honorable Chief Minister is also aware, many of the private cement companies that are operating in the state, they do not have an adequate legal source of limestone to meet the production demands of their units. Now, for this reason, sir, the NGT had also imposed penalties on the private companies. Now, sir, there is an apprehension amongst the stakeholders that the joint venture will provide a legal source of limestone to the existing private cement companies. And as per the observers, the supply of limestone to the private cement companies would show artificial profits for the MCCL and at the same time destroy the ecology of the Sora landscape, sir. Therefore, sir, these are the apprehensions that have been expressed by the stakeholders. May I know the mind of the Honorable CM in this regard, sir?
So the apprehensions that they have been noted, and government will ensure that these kind of things don't happen. So therefore, if there are such concerns, every step will be taken to ensure that such kind of activities does not take place. Whatever is meant to be used for MCCL will be used for MCCL, and we will take steps. And of course, the apprehensions are there, which the Honourable Member has mentioned. We have taken note of those apprehensions.
Sir, so one of the observations is that the failure of the MCCL is due to the incompetence of its top management, especially in ineffective handling of the day-to-day operations of the plant, which led to the poor production capacity, excessive wastage, and financial mismanagement. So, has the government explored the idea of revamping the top management first, sir? Before it has finally given the decision of going for a joint venture, sir?
So the reasons for the losses that have been there are multiple. And as the Honourable Member has mentioned, that the poor management is one of the points that have been mentioned out there. Second is the frequent breakdowns that are there. Third is the old wet process plant, which was then changed into a dry process plant. So there are multiple factors that are involved here. Now, the point that was mentioned by Honourable Member was discussed in multiple meetings which we had with the stakeholders of MCCL. And the point is that we could explore the change of the management and bring in new management. But the point remains that we still have to invest 190 crores even with the new management. So therefore, doing a process in a piecemeal basis of simply changing the management and not being able to infuse the 190 crores will not serve the purpose. So therefore, it has to be done in a holistic manner, and there has to be a complete revamp of everything, including the infusion of funds. So therefore, we discussed about it with the stakeholders. This point did come up, but as I said, we cannot have just one step. It has to be done completely, along with revamping of the management. Infusion of 190 crores will be required, sir.
Sir, my last submission. Sir, any policy decision taken by the government cannot be looked at in isolation. Now, with the number of private cement companies operating in the state, the working of the MCCL is very, very important to stabilize the prices, especially not to allow the cement to be in the hands of these private cement companies in all aspects. So, looking from the report submitted, around 99.84 crore is the immediate requirement, and the balance will be in the subsequent requirement of the MCCL. So, I would still request, sir, with a humble submission to the Honourable CM, if he can review the matter, sir, because it's a matter of maintaining the cost and also the supply of cement across the state, which in fact will then go only to the hands of the private companies in case the MCCL is shut down and again handed over to another private company, sir. This is my humble submission, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I've noted the points that Honourable Member has mentioned, but I would also like to clarify that in the first he had made a comment saying that majority stake will be given to private party. That also has not been reached to. So there could be a situation where we may have an offer of somebody who might want to come in with 20% investment, 25% stake. So it's not that MCCL will completely go into privatized mode. It's a question of having a joint venture where we need fund infusion. So there could be a situation where government will have majority stake in the future also. That's number one. Number two, so just to bring everybody on board on how difficult this situation has been for us. The government has spent from 2007 to 2020, we have spent 303 crores already. Money has been given to MCCL. 303 crores in the last 12 years. And we will need to invest, as rightly said by Honorable Member, 190 plus crores. Of course, it will be in phase-wise manner. But the point is, we will have to commit 190. We cannot give half commitment or just do a 10 crores, 15 crore investment, because then again, the whole circle will come back and the pressure will come on us. So it's not an easy decision for us. In this entire situation of COVID, when we are facing financial crunch, we felt that 90 crores or 190 crores needs to be judiciously used. And therefore, though the decision was very tough, we felt that it's in the best interest of the state, as well as the best way to see how we could continue MCCL also. In regards to the price fluctuation, which is mentioned by the Honorable Member, so price fluctuation is based on market dynamics. And therefore, whether MCCL is there or in a partnership format or government format, it will still be governed by the market forces. And therefore, to simply say that because MCCL will be privatized or will have a joint venture and conclude that that will kind of take away the pricing situation is not appropriate, sir, because the market forces is what decides the prices, and that's what it remains. So therefore, that is incorrect. But yes, having a government agency and having the government production there in place has got its advantages, but it is not a factor that is going to completely control the prices in the market, sir.
So the matter...
This is the last question.
Yes, the matter, in fact, will require a lot of debate and discussion. But then with the submissions of the Honorable CM, I would still request for a thorough discussion, sir. And this will help, sir, because whatever submissions I have made is based on past experiences, right from 1998 onwards, when the cement of MCCL was being used and utilized by people across the state, how it has helped the people, and that experience, and now that's how we made these submissions, based on the experience and observations in the past, and not mere allegations. Sir. So, finally, sir, thank you for the submissions made by the Honorable CM and for the interest taken, sir. Thank you.